In the Stands podcast, powered by Conditioned Air Systems for all your heating, cooling, and plumbing needs. Please check out their contact info in the link below for a great local company. In the Stands podcast, coming back at you. Andy Roberts, Jason Loggins.
What up?
Got the first full week of most of fall sports starting.
Yeah.
I know cross country, volleyball, and softball has started, as we've talked about. But got football on the schedule for this week. Everybody's excited about that.
Big slate football action.
It is. Game of the week, Gainesville Buford. We'll talk about that in a few minutes.
It's here.
Long awaited.
Yeah.
But I know week one's important for everybody. When you're talking football, I know a lot of emotions going in for the players and coaches. I know coaches wondering, are we ready yet?
Yeah.
Are we prepared? I think that week one win is such a big one. Your season's not over if you don't win it, but coming out of the gate with a win when you're not ready, if you're not sure if you're prepared or not, just says a lot about your team. So I know we're excited. I know the community's excited.
Very.
Should see some good football in Hall County as normal.
That's right. Can't wait.
So I know, like we talked about, softball, volleyball, they've kind of gotten good and kicked off now. I know next couple of weeks we'll update with standings and all that.
Yeah, this week is really the first week I think region starts in softball. I know I think Chestatee and Pickens start off Thursday. We went to the Flary Branch North Hall game last week.
Yep. Props
to those girls and any athlete that's practicing and playing in this kind of weather. I mean, at 5:30, 6 o'clock, it was still just blistering hot. So
it's terrible. I know, speaking of football teams, I know a lot of them are practicing in the mornings this week. The humidity is what's so bad right now.
The dog days are here.
They are. This is when you find out as an athlete how much you truly like a sport.
Oh, yeah.
When you're having to play in this heat, and like you said, it's just on all the athletes out there doing it. It's not easy. So.
Yeah, we went to the North Hall game last week. They both had black uniforms on. I was like, ugh, that's got to be. I know it's the mesh type, but still, it was hard to watch.
Yep. I know Cherokee Bluff, East Hall they played. I know Cherokee Bluff projected to be really good this year. East Hall gotten off to a good start, but Cherokee Bluff, they came out of the gate swinging, literally.
Yeah, Chestatee's off to a good start, too.
Chestatee should have a good season, so we'll be talking about that.
Yep.
Long-awaited Gainesville Buford.
Yeah.
I know we've talked, around here, really in the state of Georgia now, everybody knows the program of Buford, what they've been doing for so many years now. It's just next level. And again, when you talk about players coming from all over, you're just the talent level there, the depth chart, just unreal. And now you've got Gainesville started doing the same thing, just next level type football program, really in all the athletics. And so I know for the last few years, everybody's wondered when will we see it. I know probably a lot of people out there has wanting some good competition against Buford,
sure,
especially locally. And so we're going to see if it happens this week.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know when this was organized or arranged between these two teams. I don't know if it was the old coach that had something to do with it, but the new Gainesville football coach, he's well aware of how Buford operates and rolls, so being from Grayson. So it's going to be exciting to watch on ESPN for sure.
Definitely. Big deal. ESPN's picked it up. The stadium. I know a lot of people are looking forward to seeing that. Unreal. I believe I've heard the game is already sold out.
Yeah, tickets were, I think like 2 weeks ago, it was kind of hard to find a decent ticket. So
yeah, this is going to be great. Here a little later in the show, we'll be picking a handful of games this week. Most the football games, just since it's week one.
Yeah.
Every week we're going to have a pick 'em part. Pick some of the bigger games in most of sports each week. This week we'll do football, just with it being the first week, and in honor of Gainesville Buford playing this week. That'll be the
and I think on Fridays we're going to try the game of the week that we highlight. We're going to put that on Instagram and have people vote for that.
Yep. We'll see.
So
see what the
pay
community
attention
thinks.
to that. So
yep, that'll be great. Well, speaking later in the show, we've got a special guest today, Coach EMI Hughes, volleyball coach at North Hall.
I don't know her.
You'll get to know her
okay,
real quick. But seriously has a lot of years under her belt. We'll talk about that. Great to the North Hall program.
Yep.
Really excited to have her on here. Really excited for her to be our first guest picker for the week. So she
ladies first, right?
She doesn't even realize that, so this will be fun. Yeah, definitely ladies first. So can't wait. All right, with us today, Coach EMI Hughes. Honored to have you on here. Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
A little bit about you. 19 years as North Hall volleyball coach. 2 Final Fours. 4-time Hall County tournament champion. 5-time area champion. And 457 total career wins, going for 500.
Trying.
Well, that's quite an accomplishment. And as you already know, we're doing this podcast to highlight our area athletics coaches, student athletes, and I know a lot of people are not even going to probably realize you've been at North Hall that long.
I had no idea.
Because I look so young. That's
Yeah,
probably
that's it.
why.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
It's definitely.
And so we just, I'm going to say it. You may not say it about yourself, but I would think that is by far the most accomplished volleyball coach in Hall County. So
Yeah.
that's
Oh,
pretty
well,
remarkable.
Thank you. Well, I'm just the one that stuck around, the crazy one that hadn't gotten out yet. So
Well, and I might add, I did not say this, but I'm going to add, you have only missed the playoffs in 2 of those years.
that is correct.
Wow.
That
The
is,
2 I remember most,
I'm sure.
and the 2 Final Fours.
Wow. Yeah, that's unbelievable.
Thank you.
So, remarkable. So tell us, in as far as chasing 500, not that that's what you're focused on, I get it, but tell us about this team, the season, the outlook.
Super excited. I mean, we've obviously kind of got it going over the course of the last week and into the weekend, but excited about this group. We have an interesting makeup. We've got 8 seniors, so lots of leadership there, 7 juniors and 3 sophomores. So yes, that totals 18 total people, but from top to bottom, we look really good. Gives us lots of options, which is nice. Probably for the first time in my career, I've got options everywhere, and a lot of coaches can't say that. So it's a blessing and a curse because I've got really good girls that are sitting on the bench, but it keeps everything competitive. It keeps practice competitive. The girls know they want to perform, and so they push each other to get better because they want to be on the court. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about just giving it a go in our region this year. We went from area to region when we moved up to 4A, but same people as last year, minus a couple. We got rid of Lumpkin and got Gilmer, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, just we have a strong region, so we want to show up. We start tonight with Pickens, and just are going to get ready to get it rolling.
Nice.
I know, we talk a lot about, and especially the way sports are changing right now, year to year. Loggins and I have talked a lot about, of course, transferring, that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. And I don't know that's really a debate. I'm sure it goes sport by sport, team by team. But, a lot of people talk about, okay, is it better that you've had a group that has played together for so long, or, hey, you've got some top athletes transferring in to add to a team. But I think, from what I understand, you've got a couple groups there. I know the junior class that have played together for a long time, and it's paying off right now, it seems to be.
Definitely. I think there's not a coach out there that would turn down an athlete. However, with volleyball, like a lot of sports, but definitely volleyball, chemistry is huge. So when you have that chemistry that's already there, all we have to do is build off of it. Doesn't mean that it's a slam dunk because, they are still high school girls. So, sure. We have fun with that. But yeah, my senior class, for the most part, they've been playing together their entire volleyball careers. They play, outside of high school, they play club together, a majority of those girls. And yeah, same with the junior class. So that camaraderie, that chemistry is already there. And then once they get back with me, we don't start until July as far as with any kind of volleyballs, but they, kind of can pick back up where they left off. And we're not at the start like some teams. So that's kind of nice. You feel like you're ahead of the game. That's why I feel confident not, grinding through June when everybody's needing a break. And, with club season, the way they do it, these girls are playing nonstop. And again, I know other sports do the same, but I'm a firm believer in taking a break and resting a little bit and
right.
just regrouping, and I have to do it as a coach, and so I want them to do it. Parents make it hard, and I'm a parent that does it. We have a hard time pushing the pause button, but if mine can come in July and I've had at least a few minutes to reset, then we can make that push to late October, which is the goal. So
Sure. Well, tell us a little bit about, I know we talked about it last year, but I know, again, it's so competitive. We've got Lanier Land in basketball that is, of course, historic. Cross country, I know, now has the big Hall County meet, and that's been a big thing every year. And volleyball has got the Hall County tournament. And so I know you've, I think, been a big part of that, what it's grown into and developed. So just tell us a little bit about that tournament and what it means to you.
Well, yes, I think too. It's just because I'm the one that stuck around the longest. Outside of Karen Tolles, I'll throw her under the bus as well. But it's exciting that we still have this tournament, because it has been such a big deal. It gives the girls, especially when they aren't getting to play in the regular season due to whatever the restrictions might be, whether it's just region play or not. That's who the girls want to play. They want to play the local people that they're on the same club team with, they go to church with, they, hang out with on the weekends. And so the competition's always good, no matter who you're playing. We're switching it up this year and going down to Cherokee Bluffs. So that's where we'll host this year. So I'm excited about that, just something different. But, yeah, same teams, pretty close to the same format, and just goal to try to walk out of there as a champion. That's what we're looking for. So we're in a drought for Hall County championships. I'm ready for one.
Well, I know you probably don't want to say it. I'm going to say it where I sit, that y'all would have to be the pick this year. I would think that definitely the team to beat going into that tournament. I know you don't like droughts, and I know you're kind of looking for redemption this year. So.
Oh, yeah, we are. I think there's some people in red and maybe purple that would disagree with you,
Sure.
but I feel like we've got a really good shot. We've got a good team, a team that's hungry and a little jaded from some different things last season, which I like. I mean, you've got to come in with a chip on your shoulder
100%.
somewhat. It's not a cocky thing. It's just if I don't have the feeling of we can win, under most circumstances, then I'm doubting, and I don't have time to doubt.
Sure. I like it. Tell us a little bit about, we're going to get into this later on in the next few weeks, but tell us a little bit about, I know everybody's going to the power rankings. You're probably learning yourself a little bit about it, but tell us a little bit about how that's working and what your thoughts are on it.
So I didn't even realize this until yesterday, the first power rankings came out for volleyball. So we were sitting fourth, so okay. I wasn't mad about that. That's a, good spot, but it's kind of like those way too early rankings.
Sure.
People haven't played enough. But as they come out, I'm not a mathematician by any stretch. I know there's coaches out there that can study it down to the point, ... That's not me. But what I can tell you, and what I've learned just with them doing it over the course of the last couple of years, is you got to play good teams. You got to beat them, and then you got to hope they win as well after you beat them. So sure. My hope is that we can – we've got a tough schedule. Like we do not play watered down, but I never have. So before the power rankings, I don't feel like that prepares you. And, sometimes you take your lashings early, and my philosophy has always been I'd much rather lose or get kind of beat up now to win later. So – the power rankings allow, it kind of takes out the watered down. Schools can't do that and just go play anyone, beat up on a single A school if you're a 5A school and get anything good out of it. So I like that, it kind of is going to level some of that playing field. It's going to level where regions are, some regions just are stronger than others. And so it's going to really help not giving one of those top 8 to 16 spots to a team that, maybe shouldn't be there. And so, I'm not going to say shouldn't be there, but shouldn't be ranked that high. So sure. Hopefully it's going to help that a little bit, just like the NCAA tournament. You're going to have some that get in, but putting them in the right spot so that as we get deeper into the tournament, the competition's what it should be, as opposed to the last couple of years we've had some early round matchups that, aren't Sweet 16. They're Elite 8, Final Four.
Mm-hmm.
So those teams aren't in it, and there's teams that, maybe should have been a little earlier.
Sure.
So, but yeah, I mean, the bottom line is you have to win.
Sure.
And if you win, you're fine.
I like it.
So, speaking of level playing field, I've not even asked this yet, because I know when you were in 3A, this changed a few years ago, that once it got to playoffs, private schools went and played private schools, public schools, public.
Yes.
Now you're in 4A.
Same.
So still.
Yep. So thank the good Lord. Yes, private will leave once the tournament starts.
Sure. Okay. Because I don't know if a lot of people know this or not, but and this is the remarkable thing about your 2 Final Fours, and all your Elite Eights, and what the uphill battle to even go past that is that once you got to there, you had all the private schools sitting there, and as we know, private schools, there are different rules. You can recruit anybody, they can bring anybody in at any time, and it's not a level playing field as far as that goes. And
No,
so
absolutely not.
I witnessed them, so I know how remarkable it was when you got to the Final Four. I know how heartbreaking one of them was, and I know it still stings. They were both heartbreaking, but still how good you were then, and the coaching you did do. I'm going to say it. But I do love that they did that. You want apples to apples. It is a whole different, if you can't go out there and recruit, and there's guidelines to when players do move in, and it's just, there is a difference. So I do love that they do that, but I was not sure yet if they had extended that. Do you know if it's all classifications now?
So no, it just goes to 4A.
4A, okay.
So, but yeah, that was such a huge change, and it, as a public school person that has been here for as long as I have like that, it just gives you you feel like you actually have a fair shot. I mean, if you've got a really good team, you may beat some of those schools, but when you're playing, I mean, when we were in the Final Four in 2016 and 2017, we have Westminster, Pace, us. I mean, it was just, you were getting punched in the mouth, no matter, love it. I mean, just some of those schools that you're like, oh my gosh, and they've got great programs, but you knew, like, this really isn't equal. So you feel good about what you're able to do with just the kids walking your halls, but we're still a little jaded about it, but yeah, heartbreaking to say the least.
Lots of support up there at North Hall, though. Last year when we were watching them, especially against the Bluff, you had a lot of fans.
Oh gosh, we have the best fans, best support, around. And yes, that was a great atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't go our way. That's okay. It happens sometimes.
It was
but
last year, though.
Yeah, that was last year.
That's right.
Well, we
Got
gave
that right.
awards out at the end of this last year, and one of them was Best Student Section. And I know we talked about the student section at that game was memorable. I know they were at least in the running for the award for that game against Bluff, and the turnout you had,
Oh yeah.
which we loved. I think the whole community loves to see the student base coming out to support their teams.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, especially volleyball. I mean, you don't think huge student sections, but our kids show up, and that's what makes it fun. The girls love to play when there's lots of people, and they, love to see mom and dad, but they sure love when Coach Penderelson, when he sends the football team or baseball. Even our girls sports, softball was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
To come out and support.
Yep.
So, when we can, we try to return the favor. But yeah, great support for sure.
Well, going back to what you were talking about with the power rankings, when does that start? Does it start in July when you start scheduling opponents, or how does that work?
That's a great question. The actual rankings don't really get going. I mean, there's probably some preseason stuff, but doesn't really have anything to do with the GHSA stuff. Like I said, it was a surprise to me that there were any rankings out yesterday. So I want to say that it's just been based on this last week. But I can't say that 100%. I had not seen anything until yesterday. Okay. So,
and I hope, and again, we'll get into this later on in the year, but what I hope, there's pros and cons to everything, and it's just part of it. The only thing I'm sitting back hoping it doesn't turn into is we love, as everybody does, I'm sure in all the communities, you love the local competition. Mm-hmm. And in the history of the rivalries that have been there for so long. And I hope it doesn't change that, because I get it. As a coach, as a program, you do strategically, you have to schedule. Yeah. And you can't, you've got to go what's best for your program and what's going to set you up best at the end of the year. So that's not on coaches. You've got to do that.
Yeah.
But I know as fans, I hope that we don't see less of the local competition if School A is projected to be up here this year, School B is not, and it's been such a great rivalry. Now they're not even playing each other.
Right. Yeah.
I hope it doesn't turn. I'm sure there's going to be some of that, but that's what I love about the Hall County tournaments. I wish it was in more of the sports, but I do love that they're going to be around, and at least you can play them there and maybe not affect your schedule as much, because I love that.
Yeah, I think that's where any sport that has that's where they're going to keep it, because
Sure.
Like you just said, you can't afford to, it's not that you can't afford to schedule all of those teams, but, you're having to look from literally season to season. 1 year a team may be great and they're up here and it's worth scheduling. Then the next year they graduate 12, 13 people and you're like, I don't know that I can, because let's say you're scheduling them and you beat them and then they go on to lose 8 straight games. You haven't gained anything,
Yeah.
So yes, unfortunately, I think it will alter some of the rivalries, but, as long as we can stay somewhat true to these, especially for volleyball, the Hall County Championship, and keeping that, then, we'll at least have an opportunity to see some of that.
So is that how the Hall County Championships go? You seeding by the last year's record?
Yeah, it'll be seeding by last year, and then this year it'll be a little bit different, more like Lanierland, where there's going to be a play-in
game, yeah.
for those bottom 4 teams, and then it'll kind of go from there. But different than Lanierland, because it's all still going to be on the same day, and so those teams will still be there, they'll still be involved, but it's just going to eliminate a couple of games early on. So
Sure.
I've noticed, I picked up on what she said earlier when she scheduled. She's like, I don't schedule cupcakes and stuff like that. I want the best. You know who else said that on this show? Coach Dix and Coach Seth Vining. So, she's been here 19 years. So,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
You don't have to say
No,
it.
yeah,
We're saying it.
It's little things I pick up on.
Yeah.
So.
They've got a few things I don't. So I'd love to join the company for sure.
Well, I can promise you we're rooting for you to get 500 and a state championship this year. That'd be remarkable.
It would.
I'm sure you're rooting for it. So I promise you we are.
I'm rooting for it. So
anything fun you do as far as team bonding with the girls is?
So this year we're headed to Orlando.
Nice.
Over Labor Day, we are playing in the KSA tournament down there. It's one we did maybe 3 years ago. Tons of fun. It's a lot of, we're at Universal. We get to, bond there. And then some of the teams that we're going to see, we'll see a team from New York, team from Texas, team from Florida, and team from Kentucky. So that's fun just to, see where you match up. But it's a good time to just go kind of reset, knowing when we get back, we hit that main stretch, Hall County Championship, and then, you're in the bulk of your region schedule. So I'm hoping that that's what, it does. It just kind of gets these girls, they're close and they're friends, and, but by about Labor Day, we've been together. It's like, we need something. So this will be fun. I'm excited. So that's the big thing that we're doing this year.
Great. I don't know if we've told you this. You are going to be our first guest picker for big games. So how this is going to roll this season, each week we'll have probably around 5 games. We'll definitely have 1 to 2 top games of the week. They'll be from all the sports. If there's big softball, volleyball, of course football, all of it. Then that's what we'll do. So this week, game of the week is Gainesville Buford. But what we're going to do this week, we've got a few more games to pick. We're just going to do all the football games since it's week 1. And so each week we're going to tally this up. It'll be me, Loggins against each other, really, because
no competition.
I won't let him win. And then the guest pickers will all be in a group together. And
awesome.
So you'll be along with those. So
fun.
You're first up on this.
All right. No pressure. Wow.
Yeah.
I would have done my research. Ooh.
So we got a little sports sports that are vibe.
We talked about it earlier, long anticipated Gainesville-Buford matchup.
Yeah.
We'll pick that at the end.
Here's the picks.
All right, we're going to go ladies and guest first.
Too bad there's not North Carolina Duke on here.
I'm telling you, that's an easy pick.
Yeah,
You'll say that.
Easy.
We'll talk about that later this year.
That we will.
after Carolina wins.
For sure.
We'll be holding our breath for a while.
All right, Loggins, you call them out. We'll let Emmy go first. I'll follow, and then you can
Okay.
tally it up. since
Yeah,
you
the
know
first game is Lanier Christian against Horizon Christian.
LCA Horizon Christian. Besides the fact that I know where both schools are located, I couldn't tell you much about their football. So let's go hometown. Let's go LCA.
Okay. Andy, we'll just go around.
Yeah,
I guess.
I'm definitely going LCA with the experience the last couple of championships. So I think they're going to still bring I know they've lost a handful, but I think they're going to bring that back. I'm going to say LCA gets that week 1 win.
Yeah, same for me, LCA. Next is Johnson versus Kings Academy.
So I had a chance to watch Johnson in that scrimmage with Lakeview. Was it their quarterback that was out?
Quarterback was out.
You know
They
if
had
he'll be back?
I think maybe he's projected to be back this week,
Okay, well,
but I do not know for sure.
I'm going to be honest. With him not being there yet, I think he's going to have to get some reps. So I'm going Kings Academy.
Okay.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to go Kings Academy on this. I am going to say this. Johnson, love what the coach is doing.
Yeah.
They,
He's passionate.
yes, and the football program, it is what it is. It has struggled for a while. Those kids played their hearts out, and they really stepped up that night. But I'm going to go Kings Academy week 1.
Okay. Well, not so fast. I'm going to go with Johnson Knights. Hopefully they get a couple wins this year. So
Absolutely.
I'm going to go with
Nice.
them. So next up is Chestatee versus Franklin County.
Chestatee versus Franklin. I got to go Franklin. Truth is, I can't pick the folks that are across whatever that highway they say. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Franklin County on that one.
Yeah, me too. I just think Chestatee's lost so many players. I know one of their top players is at North Hall right now.
Yeah, I've heard
Transferred
that.
in. So Colton Steele, I think that's his name. I think that it's going to hurt them a lot in the offense they run. So nothing personal, but it's Franklin County for me. So.
Yep, same.
Lakeview versus Flint River. Where's Flint
Easy.
River?
Yeah, I don't even know where Flint River is, but I know with my nephew at the helm for Lakeview, definitely going with that.
Yep.
Lewis Roberts and the Lions all the way.
Yeah, I'm definitely going Lakeview. I'm not
Yeah.
picking against my sons.
For sure.
But unfortunately, I do know where Flint River is. It's about 2 hours and 44 minutes, according to Google Maps from Gainesville. So that is going to be a haul that
Enjoy
those
that.
Lakeview Lions have
Leave
to
Wednesday.
make. Yeah, seriously.
Oh, well,
But,
trust me, he will.
yeah, I might.
Yeah, Lakeview for me too. So it's a no-brainer. So West Hall, Chattahoochee.
West Hall, Chattahoochee. I'm going to have to go West Hall. I like the Spartans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know nothing about Chattahoochee, so I'm going to keep it in Hall County, West Hall.
Same thing, West Hall. Let's go.
Yep.
East Hall, White County. East Hall is rebuilding with Jamarcus leaving, so they lost a few of their studs on offense. So
Was it White County that's also rebuilding?
I think they've been
Kinda
rebuilding.
still-
I know they've
yeah,
been-
they've
yeah,
been
they've been
rebuilding
s-
for a minute.
They've been struggling. I know that.
I'm going to keep it in Hall County. Let's go Vikings. East Hall.
I'm going to say this.
Oh,
For the purposes of beating Loggins, I'm picking White County here. I think they'll get the week 1 win and somewhat of a close game. I'm cheering for East Hall all the way, but I'm going White County.
that made no sense.
Strategic,
but whatever.
but-
Yeah.
Well, it's going to after my record shows next week.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with East Hall just because I'm not gonna go with him. This should be a good game. Flary Branch versus Cass.
Yeah, Flowery Branch, they're doing good things down there. So I'm going Flowery Branch. I think they've got a new quarterback and they're
Yeah, I think it
Exciting.
looks like Rex Green will probably take the snaps there.
Okay.
Rex, I know him. He's been training a lot and has looked good to this point. This is one of those things we talked about earlier, Loggins, that in week one you just don't. I think even as a coach, you don't know. You don't know if you're ready yet. If you're fully prepared. We got a new quarterback. That next game's in the same situation, but I'm going to say Branch pulls it out.
Okay. Not so fast. I'm going to go with Cass just because what you're talking about, the unknown with the quarterback play.
Yeah, I mean it is.
I'm not knocking it.
No, I'm with you.
I'm just saying. I don't know what Cass lost last year, but Flyer Branch is tough. But I'm going to go with Cass. So
it's not a bad choice, I have to say.
This is another tough matchup: Cherokee Bluff versus East Forsyth.
The tough part for me is thinking that I would pick the Bluff, but I know they've got a good football program, and I like their quarterback. I think if they're going with C.J. Payne.
I think that's who will be taking the first string snaps.
All right, well, great kid, leader. Let's go Bluff.
Okay.
Yeah, I will say real quick, I love that, you talk about like the groups have been there and playing together. I love when you have kids and you watch them grow up and then, their friends and all of that coming up with them. And I love on this list right here that I know at least week one starting, you never know what happens from there. But you got, Evan Kalinoskis at LCA, Lewis, my son at Lakeview at quarterback. Looks like Rex Green's going to be Flyer Branch's quarterback and C.J. Payne at Cherokee Bluff, and they all grew up together. So I love
cool.
that we're going to get to watch them play this year. In saying that, I want Bluff to win this game, obviously. Rooting for a big game for C.J. I'm also going to say my gut says East Forsyth pulls off a close one. Just from their experience, what they've done the last few years.
Okay.
I think they're going to pull it off.
Well, I shouldn't have told you earlier what I gave him a little insight,
Yeah,
but
you're helping him out.
again,
He's
it
going
goes.
to say it's on him.
It goes back to the quarterback play, right? We don't know about the Bluff, and East Forsyth. I mean, they play each other over there, all the Forsyth County schools. So for that, just for this game, I'm going to go with East Forsyth as well, just because of the unknown. But looking for big things for Bluff this year for sure.
Oh, I think they're going to have a really good season.
North Hall plays them, so
I don't have this one on the list. I kind of left it off on purpose. North Hall versus GAC.
So I can tell you I will tell you what I think after EMI goes. Good luck with that one.
This is a tough one because
it's so tough. We've won the last 2 years, which is awesome. I know Coach Pender is having to figure some things out, just graduating, 26, 27 kids. I know they're trying to get ready. I feel like they, and I know they want to go into GAC and win. You always want that. I'm not picking against Coach Pender. I'm going North Hall.
I mean, it was a shootout last year, so
Yeah.
I think it should be that way this year. But
here's what I think about that football game, and this is my honest opinion on it. I'm going to go with GAC because it's week one. I think this is a football game. I know that Coach Pender is figuring some things out, especially on the defensive side of the ball. And I think that will ultimately, because it's week one, be the deciding factor.
right.
I do think this is one of those games, if it was played more like week 7, week 8, I'd probably go on North Hall. I feel like this North Hall team is going to, as much as they lost, as good of a job as Pender's doing over there, I think they're going to still have a very good football season. I think when they do figure some things out, they're going to be really good. You just mentioned it, the North Hall Cherokee Bluff game, North Hall Flyer Branch game, Flyer Branch Cherokee Bluff game. Those are going to be some great football games this year. I'm going to say GAC because it's week one. I think I'd be picking different if we were further down in the season. So,
Okay.
But again, hoping North Hall pulls it out.
Yeah. I said last week I'm not always going to be a North Hall homer, even though I went to North Hall. But this week I'm a North Hall homer, so go Trojans. Let's go.
Absolutely.
All right, the final one, the big one, for all the marbles here. put up or shut up. It's Gainesville versus Buford.
Two
in Buford.
powerhouses.
Two universities,
Yeah,
basically.
absolutely.
So, what do you think?
Gosh, their campuses would rival so many real universities. Oh, wow. Gainesville, Buford. I think it's going to be a good game. I think I'm excited to see Coach Bryant come out and what he can do. We've lived in the Coach Niblett era, so I hope that he can follow suit just for Gainesville's sake. But, you're playing at Philip Beard Stadium or whatever they call it. I know it's Philip Beard something, Coliseum, which is a tough environment, I would imagine. A little different than City Park, a little different feel. So I think I'm going Buford.
Wow. Hopefully Brad won't watch this one.
Hope not. Got a good friend at Buford. She'll be happy.
Well, I'm telling you right now, I am just. It's Gainesville. I think everyone's waited so long and wanted to see Buford have some local competition. I'm cheering for the new coach to do some great things there. So I'm going Gainesville in this one. I can't even say that I feel confident in that. I'm definitely picking because it's Gainesville and it's going against Buford. But I can't say my gut says Gainesville will win, but I'm going with them. I'm picking them.
Well, you did go to school there.
Oh,
so.
I can't wait to see where you head with this one.
Well, this is tough for me because if you know me, I'm not a fan of
the schools.
Yeah. Well, it's I was at North Hall when Gainesville beat the brakes off of us every year, so I hold grudges, right? So, and
so
now
jaded.
what they're doing over there now, it's like Buford's been doing it for years. So, it's finally here. Too bad. Well, I don't know if it's too bad or not. Niblett's not here anymore. He chose to leave. So, but until this happens, until somebody knocks him off, I have to go with the Wolves of Buford. So,
Wow.
I hated doing that, but it's all about until they knock him off the
top of the mountain,
the pedestal. So,
come on, Gainesville. God. Well, I know it's. On ESPN, as we mentioned, hopefully it'll be a good football game. We'll see. Again, yes, those programs are on a different level what they're doing right now, so at least there's some local competition there. So we'll see what happens.
Should be
there.
fun, for sure.
Yep. Coach Hughes, again, thank you for being on here. Honored. I love that we're able to talk about everything you've done in this county and for North Hall. It's been a lot of fun to watch. So like we said, we hope 500 in the state championship this year. So.
Yeah, taking the time out of your schedule to come here to talk to us. So that's really big for us. So best of luck and until the basketball season. So
hey, well, thank you for having me. I keep saying a lot about me and just what I've done at North Hall, but the truth is I've been so blessed with awesome players and parents and administration and just all the things that people ask me, how in the world have you stayed? And that's why that's why you stay somewhere 19 years to roll through some principals and ADs, but they've all been great and the support that we have. But the players, this is about them. So this year it's going to be about them, and they're ready. They're going to be excited, and I get to be along for the ride. So that's kind of fun. Hoping I don't screw something up. So anyway,
you've got a niece on the team now.
I do have a niece on the team.
So I know that would make everything more memorable. So
yeah,
or more stressful. We'll see.
Yeah, the stressful part is my daughter. That's wearing another color. So that's a whole nother ball of wax and a whole nother episode. So, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you for the volleyball shout out. That's awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you.